Today's video is 10 ways to spot Americans abroad.
We are Greg and Lisa, an American couple living abroad in Spain. If you are into exploring the crazy, funny, surprising differences between the U.S. and Europe, you came to the right place.
Yes, this one's going to be funny.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All right, so this is Walter's World. He obviously is a very popular channel. So, yeah, but we popular. Still will leave a link in the description so you can go and check him out and give him some support. All right, let's see what we got here.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and I am an American. Though I'm going to guess you probably already figured that out. And today's video is basically the things that give you away as an American tourist when you travel.
Oh no!
This is good. I gave away my Dodgers hat. I mean, remember?
Oh yeah, he did not bring his Dodgers hat.
And if you don't know, you will know if you stick around long enough. I love me some Dodgers.
Yeah.
Anyway,
left it all in America.
Yes, I want to start with this one, and it's usually that you hear us before we get.
No, but they probably don't know why, because we ain't say nothing.
What?
Because if you have a baseball cap, it gives you away.
Oh, well, and also an American sports team.
Yeah, yeah.
And the baseball.
Yeah.
The baseball cap. But I'm not sure if he's going to say that. But yeah, those are two things.
Yeah, that's
American sports and caps. Yes. But we'll see if he says it.
Go Dodgers.
There. Look, Americans are loud. Now, we're not trying to be loud. We're just loud and boisterous people. We love life. We want to talk and share and just be loud. That's what Americans are. And when you go around and you travel, you hear us first. Now, we're not the only loud country out there. I'm talking to you, Spain. I'm talking to you, Italy. I know you're loud as well. But that's one of those things. People hear us coming before we're there. And here's another thing. They also see a part of us before they see all of us. Like when I walk into a room, usually it's my tummy that comes in first. Yes, we Americans tend to be a bit on the husky side. Hey, but don't worry, Europeans are getting fatter too.
They got some goals, I guess.
So they're catching up little by little. Ha-ha! No, but honestly, usually Americans, we are a bit huskier. We're a bit bigger boned, let's say, a bit tummier, right? And so that's another way that people say, oh,
fluffy.
Americans are there. They got the big old booties, right? So there is that. Now, another thing that I think maybe relates to that is the clothing we wear. Because American style and European style are very different. And the thing is, when you go around Europe, there's very much different styles. Like I'm here in Stockholm, and you think they never saw any bright colors. Everything is like a beige or a gray or a black or a white. Like it's very solid colors kind of stuff, but not flashy colors. But I think there's kind of three things in terms of clothing that give us away. One, baseball caps. Now, I know when I talk about baseball caps, I get these people from the UK and the Netherlands. We wear baseball caps all the time. I'm like, no, you wear New York Yankees hats.
Right.
If it's a New York Yankees baseball cap, that could be a European. But Americans, we wear baseball caps all the time. Like, I have friends I've known for 20 years. I have never seen them without a baseball cap on. No joke. When I see them, they take it off. I'm like, oh my God, you're not bald? I thought you wore a hat because you were bald. I had no idea. Americans love their baseball caps. And when it's spun backwards, 100% American, okay? Now, I know some younger people in Europe or people doing exercise do use caps, baseball caps in Europe, but it's nowhere near the numbers like in the U.S. So all those are going to comment, though, we wear them all the time in Europe. Not like in the U.S. Not like in the U.S. But that's one of the things, like being baseball caps. Another kind of clothing choice I see is athleisure. Now, you'll see in Europe, people do wear gym clothes and athleisure clothes, but that's because they're going to the gym or coming back from the gym. Whereas Americans, we sometimes wear the athleisure clothes as our actual clothes. Like
seriously, basketball shorts, some slides or flip-flops or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the girls wearing yoga pants at the supermarket too, though. And we're in a major city. But
is that athleisure? Yoga pants?
I think so. Yeah, it's kind of like workout clothes.
Yeah.
I think in the bigger cities, they don't wear those kind of things. In Madrid, Barcelona, they don't. And maybe all the bigger cities that he's talking about. But I've seen it.
Okay.
These are our pants. These are our shirts.
Yeah.
And that is one of those things you kind of see different. And then another one that gives it away is actually shoes. Now you think with how everybody loves shoes around the world that we all have the same kind of shoes. Nope. You get a little different kinds of shoes when you travel and how people wear them and where they wear them and how they don't want to crease them. I think the don't crease thing is pretty international. But I have students, when I take them around the world, they literally go to look at the shoe stores here to get different types of shoes because there is a difference. And continuing on with the kind of clothing giving it away, it's not just the clothing styles and the things we're wearing, but it's also the sizing of the clothes. Now,
oh dang,
the clothing fit.
Yeah, like I wear baggy jeans.
Oh, true.
But I can't be wearing those skinny jeans.
They do wear skinnier jeans.
I can't wear skinny jeans. Dang, I've been wearing baggy jeans since I was like probably 2.
And they wear jean shorts, but like the kind of jean shorts that are not loose.
Yeah. I used to wear baggy jean shorts.
Yeah, but they wear like as if you had jeans and then you just cut them and roll them. They wear those here.
Dang. I'm not doing the skinny jeans.
I know.
Yeah.
The fit of the clothes, which kind of goes into the number 2 I talked about our tummies coming in. You'll notice Americans tend to wear more baggier clothes, less fitting clothes. Yeah. That's why when you come here and you want to buy your wardrobe, you're like, why is it so tight in the arms? Why is it always this slim fit butt thing? Like, do they have no butts in Europe? Not really. But you notice that Americans didn't have baggier clothes. We just have a baggier fit on our stuff, and that kind of gives us away. Now, next I have a low-key way. You know, it's kind of like the counting thing in Inglourious Basterds, because Germans say 3 like this, and Americans say 3 like this. Well, this one is utensil usage. How do you hold your fork and knife? In America, you have your fork and knife, and you cut with your knife, and then you switch your fork to the other hand, and then you have your fork, and you pick it up and take a bite. Then you switch it back to cut. Yeah. A lot of places in Europe, you had the fork and knife, you cut and eat, and you just kind of like shovel the food in that way without switching the hands. So that's one of those little, like, if you want to be a little espionage CIA kind of thing, that'll give it away. Now I have a couple annoying habits that Americans have that kind of give us away. One, we really love our phones. Like, people in Europe use their phones.
Yeah, dang, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Out here, like, it is uncommon to see people sitting on their phones.
They don't.
Unless they're tourists.
We've noticed that. And, you know, we'll see, I think recently we went to a cafe and we saw a whole family with every one of them had their phone. Yeah. And hearing them speak, they spoke a different language.
Right. People be on their phone. It's not like they don't have phones. I mean, like on a train or something like that, they'll be on their phone. But in a place like where you can sit and converse with people, like they're not.
If they're by themselves too, I've seen them if they're at the cafe by themselves, they'll be on their phone. But if there's another human with them, they're not on their phones.
Yeah.
All the time, but I notice with American travelers, we are much more attached to our phones. It's like, I sleep next to you. You're my little sweetheart. I love you so much. Don't let anything happen to you. Like, we love our phones. But where I really see it is when people are eating dinner or lunch or at breakfast at the hotel, you'll see the Americans will be on their phones all the time. When they're going around, they're on their phones. And the thing is, Europeans, they get on their phones too, but not at the same extent as you see Americans. So that's one of those things you notice. Also, if everybody has an iPhone, good chance it's Americans, because in Europe, they don't just got iPhones. They get a little...
Maybe. I don't think I noticed. Everybody has their cases on, so I don't even notice.
I got an iPhone.
We got an iPhone.
I mean, I'm trying to become like, I want to be like, European. I need to stop being so careful. What I'm trying to say is I'm trying to become non-American. I was trying to be political and say it, all nicely. But that's just what it is. Sorry, Mom. I knew my mom was watching. Probably.
little bit of something else. Now, the other kind of annoying giveaway for Americans is the complaining. When Americans complain that they didn't get what they want.
Told you.
That
was a good one. Okay.
It's like it's at home, or why can't I pay in dollars? The kind of whiny complaining that's one of those kind of giveaways. Whether it's I can't believe the line we have to do at the Eiffel Tower, or are the Germans always like this? Why won't they come take my order? Like the little kind of complaining.
It's patience.
Yeah.
It's all about patience. Yeah. And in the United States, there is none.
Yeah.
And when you come here, if you don't develop patience, you're just going to be angry. And
I found out when we first came here, we were walking down in the city center, and I remember holding your hand. It was super crowded, and I was just trying to like hurry up and go through, and I was pulling you behind me. And I got to a place where there's really nowhere to go, and I was trying to move through, and I had this beautiful older lady look at me like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, calm down.
Yeah.
And it was something about that just made me realize that, you know what? I just need to chill.
Just calm down.
It's like, you know, that's what everybody's doing. It's just be cool.
You just got to be super chill.
If you need to get somewhere like at a certain time, you better leave earlier than you probably think you would. But that's kind of,
I mean, all tourists complain to their extent, but Americans seem to be more vocal with it because we're just more vocal people. And I think that's another thing I should say in terms of a difference is we just are like more voracious, we're more talkative, we're more out there, but also we're more oversharing. Americans who meet us, we'll start talking to you and be like, oh, how was your day, sir? It was fantastic, but then I got a bunion on my foot, but this is so great. My grandpa was from Sweden and he told me about the motherland. It's so good to be back. And then, do you think my beard's coming in okay? Like Americans will just share and share and share. They'll be like, oh, and then Nancy down the street, you know, she fell and broke her hip. And your waiter's like, you want dessert? It's just one of the things. It's one of the sweet things about Americans where you notice them. They just overshare on things, and they don't do it in a bad way. Just how they are. And as sweet as we are, we do have one kind of mistake that gives us away, and that is the not even trying to speak the foreign language. Like I'm here in Sweden, so I at least know tuck, which is thank you. A lot of Americans just start right off in English, and it kind of puts us in a bad light because other tourists do that too from other countries. And they just
we're not like that.
No.
We are trying so hard.
Yeah.
And we understand that we're in their country and should be speaking their language.
It's painful.
It's painful.
It's borderline depressing. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's getting easier.
It's getting easier.
They've been appreciating that we try because we like we find ourselves just stuttering through the word and then we end up laughing and then they laugh and but we're trying.
Yeah.
So
assume that it's an ugly American when it's just people that actually only know English as their only other language. But that just not trying to speak a language kind of gives us a bad look. And then there's also the Swedish chef. Yes, Americans trying out the accent or the accent they think that people should have or have in the country they're visiting. Like you come to Sweden, you can't help it. You like envision the Swedish chef. And so you want to go, you flirty, flirty, you flirty, flirty, flirty.
No.
Oh my God, please don't do that.
People doing that for real. For real, they're doing that.
I bet you there's some people. I don't know.
I bet you it is.
Yeah. He's traveled enough and knows that he's probably seen it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
That is flirty.
You want to do that. Like they're like, oh, American. Right away. Or, yes, we are going to speak the Queen's English today. Yes.
Yeah.
Can I have a spot of tea, a cuppa? Like the overdoing the silly accent kind of stuff. You hear that, you're like, American. It's not a bad thing. It's just one of those things you're like, yeah, they do that sometimes.
Right.
We do the English accent. Okay, guilty.
You do that?
We've all played around doing the English accent.
Yeah, but I mean, not in public.
Oh, not in public. That's true. That's true. And not if we haven't gone to the UK yet, but I wouldn't like going around.
Right. I mean, not in private either. I mean, we're nice people all the time, 24/7. We don't do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, there's nothing wrong with being an American traveling the world. We get found, we get noticed. But you know what? We have a video on how to spot Europeans when they come to the U.S. Yeah, those socks and sandals kind of give it away, my friends. And the lack of tipping, but I'll go to that in the other video. But what are ways that you can tell an American tourist when you travel, whether it's here?
That was a good one.
That was good one. We got to watch the European one.
Yeah, we got to watch that one. We'll find that one and watch that one.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So let's take a look here. What do you think?
Yeah, that was a great video.
Yeah,
that was fun.
All right, let's see what we got here. So we're going to read some, let's just start with here. I'm British and I always somehow end up sitting next to an American on flight. But I'm okay with that because she's my wife.
Oh.
All right. Americans wear hats indoors. Oh, that's considered bad manners in a lot of countries, perhaps less so than in the past, but it stands out a mile.
Oh.
Smiling, and saying hello to people as you walk down the street. Our English friend, while truly loving how friendly Americans were when she visited, joked with us that when you do it in the UK, people think you're insane. Oh. I think that's true. I feel like out here, one thing I like is that you could just be yourself. Like, you don't have to look at every person and say hi to every person when you're walking by. True. Like, they just mind their business. Not that they're rude or anything, but it's
everybody's like just kind of minding their business.
Yeah, they give you your space, so it allows you to be free instead of having to worry about what people are thinking about you and all that kind of stuff. One of the many reasons that I love Spain and Europe. Okay. All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay, that was a good one. All right. Okay. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
Peace.